Hey,
What's up?
rainy lady.
Oh, we both started at the same time. We canceled it out.
It's all right. Hey, rainy lady.
The fucking weather is the worst and it's making everything worse. I prayed for that. It was hot for so long, and now that it's chilly, it's been 2 days and I'm having a mental breakdown.
I am very happy that it's raining.
I don't love it.
I'm happy because it's testing my new roof, my new finished roof.
It's done already?
It's all done.
They did mine in 1 day too. That shit is crazy how they do that.
It took 3 days for them to do mine because
Dang.
even though I've had two other roofs put on this house in the 15 years I've lived here, no one ever changed the wood. So they got
Mm.
here and they were like, we know we quoted you this, but we also need to re-wood the whole of your house, which will be an extra $4,000.
No, you had to pay the extra?
Yep.
I mean, that's still not as bad as paying the full.
Yep. But then for the first time in my whole life, it's rained for 2 days and I don't have bowls all over my house.
That's nuts, actually. I know I still have the bowl sitting in my fucking attic from when my roof was like all of the ruin that it created. I still have not fixed. It's just still rotted. I need somebody to cut out the wood that it ruined.
I replastered a crack today that I've been
That's
looking at for 8 years.
I gotta do that. I have a lot of ceiling fixing to do.
Very excited. I also, for the roofers, bought them pizza when they were here, and you would have thought that I was some kind of fantastic, most wonderful person in the whole world. When Hungry Howie showed up for them with some crazy bread, they lost their goddamn minds.
Yeah, last year when they did mine, it was right before Thanksgiving, and I had a shit ton of bottles of wine here, from Kiona. And I was like, here, you guys all take a bottle of wine home and bring it to Thanksgiving. And they were so fucking stoked. They were like, I don't even drink wine, but this will be nice for like my wife or my girlfriend or my grandma or whoever.
Yes, very happy to have someone appreciate them.
Exactly. I'm drinking Kiona wine right now, in fact.
I have a Kiona wine story coming up in this episode.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's going to be a Kiona heavy episode.
We did not plan for this.
Nope, just the way it happens.
I feel like, listen, you guys, I'm like, you could probably hear it in my voice. I feel really defeated and terrible and awful. The last couple, well, this year in general, I feel like is trying to kill me. And then the last 2 weeks slash last week is really trying to just kill me. I'm exhausted. I've had like a lot of emotional family stuff going on. And then, okay, so I'm not gonna like talk about it outright because most of the shit is not my stuff to say out loud. But like, okay, so I saw the black phone too the other day and it was wretched. Even though some people like it, I didn't like it. It's stupid. Anyway, moving on. So something happens in the movie that literally happened in my fucking life 4 months ago. And when it came on the screen, I almost fucking threw up in the theater. That sent me into a spiral. And then I got really bad news about an immediate family member. And then on the way to their house to talk to them about it, I saw my ex-boyfriend. And then he's like, he texted me and he's like, I was the one that was waving at you, blah, blah, blah. But it's actually like, it's really nice because he went through some of the stuff that I'm going through and he's been like talking me through it, which has been like super duper helpful. But it's also additionally really fucking emotional
Yeah.
when I'm already at my fucking limit in like 10 different ways. Like I feel like I'm cracking. I'm legitimately cracking. And then I feel like I'm going to start crying right now, you guys. I'm sorry. Then like in the middle of all of it, trying to deal with all of it, like my fucking endo pain has started again. I think it's my endo. It's either I don't know what it is. It's either the endo or the ovary again, but something is fucking killing me again. So I've had a heating pad on for 3 days and I'm like, so I've been taking Xanax for the emotional shit and then pain meds for the fucking endo pain again and wine. And I'm miserable. I'm fucking miserable, you guys. I am struggling so bad right now, you guys. It's so bad and it all happened at once. And it's like, I don't know I'm sorry. But like, I don't know. I think we take for granted when we're young and everything's fine. And then you get to this age where a lot of shitty stuff happens and you have to watch it happen to like people around you.
Yeah.
And you have to like keep up on like the daily stuff that you're in charge of and then act like it's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, so like when you guys see me posting stuff and doing all the stuff that I do, like it's honestly unbelievable that I get anything done in the last like year because everything's been really hard. And like this last week has fucking been trying to break me, dude. And I know, and I'm sure you get this too, but we have this like additional layer where everybody's happy place, right? Like this
Yeah.
is what people turn on to be happy, and I really love that and I love that responsibility, but then there's like when I'm not doing good, I have to like say I'm not doing good.
Yeah.
I can't act like I'm not.
Yep.
So I don't know. I just wanted to tell everybody if you're fucking struggling, if there's like a million reasons why you're miserable right now, it's okay and it's not you. And like, there's people out there who you think have a fucking perfect life or have everything going for them, but they're like not doing good either.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot.
That's why we're all here for each other.
I know. I feel like it's been a long time since I cried on here. I didn't mean to. I haven't cried since any of this start because you know how it is. Like when hard stuff's happening around you, especially like family stuff, like you just like stay strong about it and you don't let yourself feel it because like the thing that the other people are going through is like worse for them than it is for you. So you're trying to be strong for them and then it like never comes out. And there's like this like sorry, I'm just fucking throwing everything out now, but like there's this thing too where like I'm obviously like terminally single on purpose. I like it that way. But then I'm also like estranged from my mom. And there's like, and I know I have my dad and he's the best, but there's like, it gets to a point, and I'm sure a lot of adults feel this too, but it gets to the point where it's like, you don't remember the last time anybody ever like took care of you, like
Yeah.
where you had a day where you didn't just have to do everything and like, figure out life from the second you wake up to the second you go to bed. Like, there's no like, can somebody just fucking take care of you for like
Yeah.
3 hours?
Yep.
It's really hard. So, if you guys are out there and you're struggling too, just know you're not alone. Everything is stupid, and I don't know what to say to help. Oh,
I think it helps people knowing that everybody's life is super difficult and that you don't have to be strong all the time, that you can be allowed to break down.
yeah, I did not plan this. I just wanted to come on here and talk about Frankenstein. No, I'm blubbering. But yeah, if like I don't get back to your messages or anything has been like lax or like I haven't been as animated in the Patreon, I'm fucking sorry. I'm just like on the struggle bus really hard right now. But I love you guys and like every nice thing that anybody ever says is like so needed, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway. Start crying now. Go ahead and change the subject. I can't do this anymore.
No, I was just, my only thing on that was like, so talking about being strong for other people, like I was, when my mom's birthday was a couple weeks ago, and like my dad was calling me and stuff like that, and I have to like, here's good memories and here's good things to think, because I'm trying to keep him up because I know it's worse for him.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like you think
But
like you're suffering a loss, but you're like, "Oh, I can't make it about me."
yeah, and so then I get him in a good mood and I get him laughing about bad movies, and then I hang up the phone and I'm just here all by myself. Like
I know. And like aside from all that, it's just like the hellscape that is online every day.
every
And
day.
then you open your bills and they're 3 times higher than they were, and all your food's 3 times more expensive than it was, and everything is the worst.
Yes.
And then I have to try and get on here and act like a fucking clown.
Right.
It's
Right.
like not easy. I don't have it today. It's not here today. Oh God.
That's where I was looking at my calendar and I had like 2 days where there was literally like nothing on my, like nothing to do. And I was like, perfect. And then the roofing place was like, oh yeah, we're delaying your roof to these 2 days. And I was like, so I'm going to sit in my house for 2 days while you guys just like drop bombs on the ceiling like all day long.
No.
I was like, I got to get the fuck
No.
out of here. I can't do it.
No. I know. I left for the full day when they did mine. I was like, Toad will literally go crazy all day. I have to leave.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I had to, you know, the way that my house is, like I had to take stuff off the walls and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that's how I was afraid of that with mine too. We got
Yeah.
shit all over the place.
Nothing broke though.
That's good. But anyway.
I did something I've never done before, moving on away from deep
Mm.
emotions.
What is it?
A couple weeks ago, maybe three, I was at Gasoline Alley. And I had to go to the post office and mail off some fanzines. And I saw Miss Sue working behind the bar, and she was reading a book called Saturday Night Ghost Club. And
Mm.
I said, ooh, what's that? And she's like, oh, it's about this guy and his uncle, and his uncle owns an occult shop and they do fairy tales about Niagara Falls. And I was like, oh, that sounds good. And she's like, it's not that good, but I have to read it for my book club. And I
Mm.
said, well, I want to be in a book club. And she
Mm.
said, well, there's no men in our book club. And I said, well, that's sexist. And she said, okay, you can be in the book club.
Dang.
So I bought the book, and Sunday I went to book club.
Oh my God. Why did you infiltrate their ladies only book club? What the fuck?
And I said, what do I have to do to be in book club? And she said, you have to read the book and you have to bring something for the book club meeting, like food or drinks or something like that. And I brought, what did I bring? What did I say this is going to be a heavy episode of?
Potatoes?
Kiona wine.
Oh, cute.
And I was
That
the
worked
champ.
out.
I was the champion. I brought 3 bottles and
Perfect.
people cheered my arrival. And then I like book club. There's a lot of tea that gets spilled at book club.
Well, yeah, people don't just talk about the books. That's why ladies like going because they can just shoot the shit.
It was pretty fun. And wow, did I and people in the book club get drunk.
That's very cute. This is
So,
very much like a romantic comedy movie.
except it's a whole group of women and one weird guy. Luckily, I know most of them, so it was just like fine.
How many people is it?
There were 11 people there, but I think there's 16 in the book club.
That's cute. That's a good number.
Yeah.
Not too socially overwhelming.
Yes, for sure. And then
Wait, so how was did you finish it or y'all read like a chapter every couple weeks or something?
I read the whole book in one day.
Well, of course you did. Is that the thing? Do y'all have like one book a month or
Yeah.
did you like it?
It was fine. The biggest problem though is because it dealt with so much it's a fiction book.
Mm-hmm.
And because it dealt with so much spooky stuff in folklore and fairy tales, you could tell that the person wrote it was like just looking up stuff on Wikipedia.
Yeah, that sucks.
And that was bumming me out. Every time he said something that was supposed to be kind of cool and hip, I was like, oh, that's not what that was actually.
No, so you arrived at the book club to be just the bummer.
Yeah, but I didn't bum everybody out with that.
That's good. Well, I would assume that they only picked that because it's October and the next book will be a normal book, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it won't be like you're the bummer ghost guy again.
exactly. The funny thing was in the 6 hours that book club went on,
Dang. Nope, that's too long.
we talked about the book for approximately 10 minutes.
Yep, that's how I envision book clubs, actually.
But every time,
Also, everybody has a different memory. I feel like I would forget shit and then I wouldn't forget to bring up points because my brain is a peanut.
but it was very fun. And I kept, every time someone would say some really like weird gossip or stuff, I would throw my arms up in the air and I would go, book club, book club. And then everybody started chanting book club. But we were all really drunk by that point.
They've been to like 10 meetings and they're not that excited anymore. And it's your first one and you're just trying to get everybody
I was
amped.
just totally amped up. I was so jacked to be there
They're like, I remember I was that excited at my first meeting.
for the first one.
That's very cute. Very wholesome.
Very wholesome 54-year-old man going to ladies book club.
Hey, better late than never.
Right.
We all need that shit right now. Unplug and just talk about some books at somebody's house.
And
It's cute.
then I don't know where this is from. I don't know if it's from someone in my neighborhood. I don't know if it's from a listener or someone who's stalking me or whatever. Just it's Halloween and it was an accident, coincidental. But I came home from book club and not on my back porch of my house, but like on the sidewalk near the back porch of my house, someone left one of those Five Below Ouija boards.
Oh, weird. Why the fuck was it on the sidewalk?
No idea. I still have no idea where
I
it came
didn't
from.
do it.
I thought it might be you, but I was like, she would have left it on the back porch, not
I would've.
laying on the ground.
And I'm in my we don't need to buy shit era, which everybody else should be in too, especially right now. Don't do Black Friday, don't do Christmas, don't do anything. Don't fucking buy anything. Make everything or get it secondhand. So yeah, no, I didn't buy. When those came out, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't need a whatever.
Yeah,
There's old ones that people can get that are already on this earth. You don't need to buy new ones.
exactly. So I don't know where it came from. I don't know who it's from. Thanks, I guess.
Yikes. Question mark?
Question mark. I'm erring on the side that someone like left it there without knowing who I was. I think it's just
Well, no way.
I think
No
it's
way.
just a coincidence.
No way. No, no.
Otherwise, I have to think that someone's stalking me.
Somebody was trying to give it to you and thought it would be like 2% less creepy if it was on the sidewalk than on your porch, but it was all the way creepy. So whoever that was, tell us if you want to. If you don't, it's fine.
But I will do a shout out for a porch maneuver that happened.
What?
Shout out to Liz for pumpkin porch.
Nice. I got a pumpkin from Liz too, and I did not carve it yet because I've been having an emotional breakdown, but it's on my list of things to do.
I have 2 and some little mini pumpkins or little gourds, whatever they are. They look like little pumpkins.
Liz is the best.
Liz is the best.
I love
And
my pumpkin too. I feel like it's something I wouldn't have picked for myself, and I love the shape of it.
I can tell you right now, I don't know if it's because of the place she gets them from or what, but I love my pumpkins too. They have the best feet tops.
Yep. My stem is crazy. It's like the width of my hand.
That's what I mean. It's the
Yeah,
craziest. It looks like a horror movie prop because
it
of that
does.
stem.
I know. Mine's nuts too. It's crazy. Shout out to pumpkins with crazy stems. It's the best time of the year. Even if I'm miserable, it's still the best.
Yep.
Yep. I've talked about this once before, but okay, so since I've been doing the weird news stories on my TikTok and my Instagram, I told you guys, it was a couple episodes ago when I told you I had like a panic attack because the lady whose sister had the SpongeBob graves, she found me and DM'd me and I panicked. So listen, for the second time since I've been doing these, the subject of my fucking story DM'd me.
Oh no.
And this one's even crazier because, okay, I didn't put it on Instagram yet. It's only been on my TikTok. And it is a story from Ireland where these guys were like poking around this abandoned ship and they found this message in a bottle. And the message is really scary. And it says, we've been stranded on an island since such and such date and we need help and there's injuries and somebody fucking help us. It's like the creepiest, scariest note, nightmare fuel. Like, and these guys were putting it online, like, what, and they're like doing research. I guess there's a Reddit page and stuff. So they're trying to do research into like, what was it, a plane crash? Was it a boat crash? Was it the crew of some boat that got abandoned? Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I get a DM from this guy in Ireland and he's one of the guys that found the fucking bottle.
Cool.
I know. He's like, I saw your story. He's like, it's crazy that not that many people in the US are covering our story, but I was glad to see your video and here's the Reddit thread and I can give you more information, blah, blah, blah. It was nuts. I was like, how are these? Like the internet is so crazy. It's like toxic and terrible, but it's crazy when it does the cool stuff that it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Actually, a few weeks ago when I joined a book club,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a regular who goes to Gus's named Michael, and we were talking about horror actresses and people that we liked in movies and who we thought was good scream queens and stuff like that.
Mm.
And I brought up one of the scream queens or a woman who's been in horror movies. And he said, oh, she's super attractive. I was like, yeah, she got really flirty with me once on Twitter.
Mm.
And he was like, no. And I went and showed him and he's like, how does that happen? And I was like, Michael, the internet's a weird fucking place. Like,
It is.
yeah, I was like, I grew up watching this woman in movies and being like, oh, she's super cute. And then like 30 years later,
Mm.
she's being flirty with me in my DMs on Twitter. And he was like, that's so strange. I'm like, it's the internet. It can happen at any time.
It is so strange. I know. I try and tell people that you can make, if you try hard enough, you can make basically any connection that you want. But anyway, yeah, it was nuts. So I'm like still following that. I hope they get more answers. I don't know if they're going to find these people, but it's like the creepiest story. Like, because usually you find a message in a bottle and it's kind of like positive, like, oh, show this to so and so. But this one was like, it was written in another language and the only English words were help, SOS, and hello. And they were like, who the fuck wrote this? So yeah.
Weird.
I know, but yeah, that guy DM'd me. It was crazy.
Well, I have a new way to find haunted houses now because of my roof.
What do you mean?
I had to go and give the check to the roofing company. So I went to their headquarters and I was talking to their receptionist and she was like, are you the guy who does ghost stuff? And I'm like, oh yeah. She's like, ever since we signed you, like your contract and stuff, she's like, I thought it was you. She's like, I watch all the paranormal shows and stuff. And she's like, and it is you. And I was like, yep, it's me. Hi. And she's like, do you know how many times we encounter haunted houses, like our staff and our roofers? And I'm like, no, I don't, but I want to. And she's like, anytime that a client starts talking about a haunted house, she's like, I'll get permission and I'll start like sending them to you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wait, listen, the roofers show up and say, we're gonna replace your roof. And then the people come out and say, just so you know, my house is haunted.
When people call sometimes and they get into like these long chats with like the receptionists and stuff like that, and will say that their houses are haunted, then the receptionists joke around with like the contractors who are going to go out there, like, don't. And then the contractors are like, oh, that place is fucked up.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, we got to start poking around.
It's a good one. It's a good inside tip.
That is. It seems unethical, but we will allow them to give us the information if they want to.
Yeah, like she said, if the homeowner's fine with it, she's like, I'll pass it along.
Crazy. Do you know what's crazy is that goes right into my first movie review of the week.
Uh-oh.
For the new Channing Tatum movie called Roofman. Oh, look how that ties in. Oh.
Is that a Soundgarden song?
You think everything, I mean, this one actually does, but... but every time you make a Spoon Man joke, it doesn't sound like Spoon Man, but this one, I have to give you this one. But anyway, Roofman is a new movie. It might still be in the theaters a little bit. It's with Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. It is based on, it's a true story of this crazy guy who, it's a lot. He, how do I describe it? Okay, he's like a dad Wait, is he a dad?
Oh my God.
I know I'm messing it up. Wait, hang on. But anyway, he goes to jail and then eventually gets out of jail. And then he's trying to rebuild his life, but it's hard. And then he basically lives in a store undetected for like a while. And
Yeah.
and then he has to, I don't know, try and carry on a life. And he wants to like make stuff good with his family again, but they're not really into it because he has been to jail. But he's like, I don't know. He's trying to be good again, but he lives in the walls of a store. But Channing Tatum is so cute in it. It's so good. It's literally, I would say it's one of my favorite movies I watched this year. It's really good.
Get out of here.
I swear I loved it. It's so cozy and his acting is so good. It's so good. You guys gotta watch Roofman. I assume it would be on streaming soon. I don't know if it has a streaming date yet, or you can go see it in the theaters, but I low-key loved it. And then you guys, since I'm a member of the Michigan Movie Critics Guild, I got to go to a critic screening of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which was crazy. There was only like 9 of us in there. It was so good. It's so beautiful. It's in select theaters October 17th, more theaters October 24th, and then it hits Netflix on November 7th. It's gorgeous. Oscar Isaac. Listen, I finally got to watch an Oscar Isaac movie that wasn't about space.
Oh, geez. Finally.
Dude, he was so handsome. So handsome. And he's shirtless and he's bottomless. Swear. Sorry, spoiler alert, Adam Berry. But no, but then I noticed too, like, okay, obviously the costumes are really great. Mia Goth is in it. Her costumes are crazy, but like Oscar Isaac's costumes are kind of like elaborate too. And I was noticing that he looked like a rock star. I'm like, he's got open shirts on, he's got velvet pants on. I'm like, I love his vibe. And then after I read that Guillermo del Toro did that on purpose and he wanted him to come off as more of a rock star than like obviously he's a scientist, but he's like, my inspirations were like David Bowie and Mick Jagger. And he's like, I just wanted him to look like a rock star. And I was like, I fucking noticed because he looks cool. There's one scene where he has this shiny green robe on and it's like open. Bro, it's so beautiful. I think you're gonna love it. And then yeah, the creature, another thing is like the creature looks different to me. It's not, I would say, how everybody imagines Frankenstein, but Guillermo del Toro said in interviews that he wanted it to look, he said he wanted it to look like a marble statue mixed with like an anatomical manual and like a phrenology head. Like he wanted it to look very medical, but like a marble or alabaster statue. And Jacob Elordi is wonderful in it. He has like very expressive eyeballs and it has a lot of emotion. It has a lot of yearning. It has a little bit of like gay, like flirty energy, which I was obsessed with. Like one of those movies where like everybody seems like they could just get on everybody. I like that energy. I don't know. It was great. It's beautiful. It's immersive. There was a point, that was the thing, as I'm in the theater and I'm like curled up in a little ball. And there was a point where like I snapped out of it and I was like, oh shit, I'm at the theater. Like I forgot where I was. I was so in the world of it that I forgot where I was.
Interesting.
I swear it's really good. Everybody's gonna fucking love it.
I'll judge it when I see it.
You're gonna love it. And the way they structure the movie is really interesting and cool. I did not know, I didn't even watch the trailer. I didn't know anything about it. I avoided so much. And the way they do a certain thing with the movie that you guys will see that I like love. The storytelling is different and it's really good.
I've always wondered because I love James Whale's Frankenstein from 31. Obviously, that's like the classic. But it's so not the Frankenstein story.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wondered like why they've never tried to adapt Mary Shelley's actual Frankenstein story.
This is it.
I hope so.
It is. You'll see.
This isn't a spoiler for anybody who's read the book, but I'm hoping that we have a Frankenstein that talks. Oh, by the way, I know that everybody goes nuts about saying Frankenstein is Frankenstein and Frankenstein is the doctor.
Yeah, he's the monster. Yeah.
I know that people go crazy over that, but I would just like to point out that the very first Frankenstein stage play called Frankenstein by Peggy Wembling, she named the monster Frankenstein.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok video where they were like, some interviewer was sitting there in front of Jacob Elordi and Guillermo del Toro, and they go, on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoyed are you when they call it Frankenstein and not the monster? And Guillermo del Toro goes, 1.
Yep.
He doesn't care.
Nope.
And Jacob Elordi said 10. No, wait, Oscar Isaac said 10 because he's like, no, this is my movie. Don't steal it from me. He was just joking though.
Yeah.
But Guillermo del Toro literally didn't care.
Right.
But yeah, it's really good. It's very beautiful. I don't know who would have a problem with it, really. It's really good.
So it was for you.
It was for me. 2 thumbs up. Best on my best horror movies of the year list. It's really good. It's really long though, you guys. It's 2.5 hours long. But honestly, it didn't feel long. I've watched hour-and-a-half movies that felt longer than this. I was like delighted. I was perfectly fine just floating away in that world for 2.5 hours. And then the only thing, just shortly, the only other things I watched really, and I feel like I complained on here about how there haven't been any good true crime docs or ones that I agree with. Too sensational and too gross. But anyway, I watched on Netflix. There's two new ones. My Father, the BTK Killer, and The Perfect Neighbor, and they were both really good. Like really good.
I was wondering if you were going to watch that BTK one. I was going to watch it,
Well, what's crazy
but I wanted to
is
hear your take on it.
I know what's crazy is I already listen, BTK's daughter lived here in Michigan. And I remember years ago, a friend of mine said they had nieces and nephews who were in elementary school or some shit. And they're like, you're not going to believe who, I don't know if it was like one of the other moms or if she was a teacher. I don't remember, but they were like, you're never going to guess who I met at like my niece and nephew's school. And it was like this lady, that's BTK's daughter. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I didn't even know she lived here.
Wow.
So like yeah, I've known about her for a long time. So she talked about Michigan stuff and like just she's very open. Like that was the thing too, because it's so awkward because that's her dad, obviously. And she's very matter of fact about everything they go through from, before they knew it was him to finding out it was him and how that hit her. And then, but there's also, you guys, for people who know the BTK story, not only was he like a weirdo murderer, but he took like photos with like makeup on and the victim's clothing on and like hanging himself in like bondage photos. And I was like, is she gonna talk? This is the most awkward. I'm like, is she gonna bring it up? And she fucking brings it up.
Oh, geez.
I know. I'm like, you could not pay me enough money to sit here and talk about my dad in that way. I'd be like, y'all have to skip that part because I'm not
Yep.
talking about it.
Yep.
I couldn't believe that she talked about it. It was crazy. So she's strong as fuck. It's a very captivating watch. It's nuts. It's like you won't breathe the whole time. It's crazy.
Is it a oneer or is it?
Yeah, it's like both of these are a BTK Killer. My Father, the BTK Killer, is like an hour and a half. And then this other one, The Perfect Neighbor, is about an hour and a half. And that one is almost all body cam footage of a thing that happened and like follows the case. And then I don't know how to describe it. You just have to turn it on. There's no way to like break it down. You just have to like, the interesting part about it is you just turn it on and you watch and you find out stuff as the cops find out stuff. And like, it's like it's a crime that hit a community really hard. And it's crazy to see the real footage. It's nuts. So I recommend them both highly. That's all that I've watched.
So BTK for you, Perfect Neighbor for you, Frankenstein for you,
Roofman for me.
Roofman for you.
Yes.
It's a 4 for you episode.
I know. I've watched a few other things, but I'm just not bringing them up because they're like if they were like fine. And I watched something that was like a few years old and I was like, whatever, they don't need to know about that, whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just trying to bring you guys the new stuff. But have you watched anything?
I haven't, but a week and a half ago, I got an email from some people who lived at an apartment complex nearby that their apartment complex was haunted. And I said, email me your stuff, tell me what you're thinking, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And this was one of those situations where it was like, we don't know anything about the paranormal, we just found you online, blah, 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 blah. And so I said, well, I need to go to this store, like if you want to have like a safe place meeting. So then like 4 days ago, I went, and this is what I'm telling you people, if you're going to spend like 3 or 4 days telling me that you don't know anything about paranormal stuff, and then you show up for a meeting wearing a t-shirt that says, I EVP'd my pants.
Come on. Why do people do this to us?
I was done immediately.
No. People, listen, you guys don't know about this, but people try and trap us. People know about us and they just want to talk about spooky shit or like hang out with us. So they make up scenarios that sound real. And then you're there and you're like, oh, you just wanted to fucking hang out.
Yep.
It's real creepy.
Yep.
This is just an episode full of people doing creepy shit to you.
It is. But it is spooky season.
It is. Like you can't, like we take this stuff seriously and you can't say that it's happening and then it's not. And then you look like that's not right. You're a liar.
And so it was going to be at the store that we were meeting at. It was going to be the husband, the wife, and their teenage son. And the husband was the one wearing the I EVP'd my pants shirt. And then the wife and the kid were totally dressed up like spooky season nerds. And I was like, no, like we just just spent 3 days on emails back and forth about how you're not interested in any of this stuff and don't want anything to do with it.
Something tells me that if they orchestrated this, that they would also listen to this podcast. So I hope they're.
I hope they're listening.
Sounds like they might be. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
There's enough opportunities to see us in public and like be like
Exactly.
normal about it. You don't have to be secretive and weird about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make me feel even more creeped out.
Yeah.
Gonna get shoved in a trunk or something.
Shit. I don't know.
BTK'd.
I know.
But that's all I got.
All right, that's all I got too. I'm exhausted. All right. I love you guys out there.
We love you, everybody.
Oh, and then another thing, one more thing. We said it on the last episode, but we'll do a Patreon only live stream, hang out, and give away some prizes on the evening of November 1st. So if you're not a pate yet, you can join at patreon.com/whatsupweirdo and hang out with us for a Halloween hangover. And
Are you dressing
yeah.
up for the Halloween live?
I don't know. That's always happens last minute. I'll do crazy makeup or I'll put something on my head. I don't know. It's either I feel like it or I don't. And I don't know until about 2 hours before.
I think I'm gonna dress up.
Well, good. I'm sure I have something around here. I can at least put on something.
You have something spooky in your house. Throw that red veil over your face.
I know I would like to do that actually.
There you go.
Maybe we'll have costume changes.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh.
That's going a little overboard.
You never know.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay, I love you guys.
Love you, buddy.
Thanks for listening. Love you too, buddy.
Stay strong.
Trying.
I know.
Ugh.
All right, bye, everybody.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, bye you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.